Hello everybody, welcome back to the video, and today I am reviewing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This movie was really good. The first one was not my favorite Spider-Man movie, but a close contender for second place. This one I think is better. So I don't know if I like it more than No Way Home, but it is extremely close. So let's just talk about this. The Spot is we're gonna start there because that's who was kind of marketed as a villain for the movie, but yet is sort of a side character. Because really, Spider-Man 2099 is the main villain of the movie, you could argue. The Spot has an interesting backstory that connects him to the events of the first one. And ultimately I thought it was kind of funny the way he kept saying, "I am your nemesis." That I know that's probably not supposed to be funny, but to me that was pretty funny. We don't get a lot of this character in the movie, but decent villain. We'll definitely most likely get more screen time in Beyond the Spider-Verse, but for an introduction, pretty good introduction. Biggest surprise in the movie is the amount of attention that is focused on Gwen Stacy. Particularly shocking was the fact the opening was about her. I just kind of thought that, it was going to open up with Miles Morales. And you see that it opens up with her, and that's kind of an interesting twist because you wouldn't expect that. So that's pretty funny. And there's a lot of great character stuff in this. There's probably several longer videos that could be done. Well, that people have done, diving fully into the characters. So there's a lot to talk about with this movie, but most of it has already been discussed. Voice acting is top-notch. The animation is incredible. Character motivations are understandable. So speaking of character motivations, let's talk about Miguel O'Hara. Probably my favorite part of this movie. Now, with Into the Spider-Verse, the best part of the movie was actually Spider-Man Noir, in my opinion, because Nicolas Cage was just really funny in that role. And Oscar Isaac is incredible as Spider-Man 2099. His motivation is simple, but understandable. So basically, this movie sets up the idea of canon events, which I basically understood as what ifs, absolute points, or fixed points in time, which is a Doctor Who thing. All basically the same thing. They all have to happen in some kind of way, or else the universe will just go kaput. But Miguel O'Hara disrupts a canon event by going to a universe in which he died and taking the life of his variant, which causes the destruction of that universe. Honestly, I think he probably triggered an incursion. That's kind of what I was thinking. Even because I watched a video on this movie by the channel Film Theory afterwards, and that's basically the conclusion they got to. And I was saying, before I saw the video, I was thinking, yeah, incursions might play some kind of a role. Honestly, it would not surprise me at all to see the universe of Spider-Man 2099 get destroyed by an incursion in the next movie. That's a prediction I have. But basically, whether it's disrupting a canon event or causing an incursion, I'm just going to go with incursion, he destroys an entire universe. So he just fully believes, it has to happen this certain way. And, the sample size of 1, that's what he thinks. if he thinks doing that will protect entire universes, and I mean, his logic is flawed, yes, but you can see where he's coming from. But here's one thing that really took me off guard before I get into some of the cameos that I thought were interesting. First one was the fact that I thought that the event that they were going to have Miles go through was another Uncle Ben kind of event, but I was saying, well, they already did that with the Prowler in the last movie. And then this movie said that every universe, Spider-Man, a police captain that's close to Spider-Man dies. And I was thinking, oh, that's it. Okay. Because I kind of figured that Miles' dad was going to be put in danger. But I thought that was to be another Uncle Ben moment, not a Captain Stacy moment. So you have a really interesting conflict and a really shocking ending where it ends with Miles stuck in Earth 42 being threatened by the Prowler, a different Miles Morales variant, which was kind of cool. Did not see that twist coming. Also, apparently that universe has a Sinister Six cartel. So maybe Alfred Molina is going to voice a Doc Ock variant in the next movie. Which perfectly brings me to cameos and references. End of the movie, when Gwen has put her team of spider people together to go save Miles, one of them is Spider-Man Noir. Which means, fingers crossed, Nicolas Cage will be back in Beyond the Spider-Verse. So I'm excited about that. Another thing that was really interesting, I was shocked by the Donald Glover live-action Prowler. Because he actually did play the character in live action, but not as the Prowler. Which was kind of crazy. Even crazier was a clip of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I did not see that coming. And I will admit that is the cameo that got me the most excited in this entire movie, because Garfield is probably my favorite Spider-Man. But, I gotta say this quickly. Did anyone else, so when Miles is running away from them all and you see the brief image of Doc Ock, did anyone else hear the voice of Alfred Molina? Or was that just me? Because he says, "Hello, Peter," and it sounds exactly like Alfred Molina in No Way Home. Please leave in the comments if I'm crazy, or if you guys heard that as well. Alright, so I do want to bring up a quick theory, which is, I doubt this is the case, but I actually am wondering if the Miles Prowler variant that's set up at the end of the movie, I wonder if he's actually kind of a good guy in that universe, trying to take down the Sinister Six cartel. Or, even darker, what if he's the one leading the Sinister Six cartel? Just a couple of theories. Alright, so the next one's called Beyond the Spider-Verse, so who knows, maybe we'll see some non-Spider-Man characters. And in that case, Doctor Strange feels like a top candidate to appear in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Whether it's Benedict Cumberbatch or not, I think we'll see a Doctor Strange next movie. Probably just show up and tell Miguel O'Hara, hey, look, you're the reason why everything's going wrong, right? You and the, what? Okay, apparently they made 280 different spider people for this movie. You and the 279 other Spider-Men in your universe is going to destroy a bunch of universes. You understand that, right? Okay, Doctor Strange will not say that exactly, but I can see him showing up to say something like that. Theory number 2 that I think is extremely likely is Miguel O'Hara is the one that causes the death of Miles' father. I think that this is an incredibly likely thing to happen because now they've got, because all parties are going to be trying to stop the Spot, but Miguel O'Hara is going to be trying to make sure that Miles' dad dies. So what if he's the one that actually does the deed? That's my thought. Is the Spot is being advertised as the villain of this two-part piece of the trilogy. But what if Miguel O'Hara is actually the one that does this? And then we could see something reminiscent of Tom Holland's Peter Parker going up against Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn at the end of No Way Home. I don't know. But this movie has really pushed Miles, so I would not be surprised if he goes to some dark places next movie. But overall, I think this movie is really good. Obviously, another great Spider-Man movie. I think it's safe to say this is the second best. Only behind No Way Home. So there you have it. That is, number score. Well, score. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm very excited to see where this goes next, but I'm not gonna give it any higher in case the next part is disappointing. But there you have it. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.